morning. Good morning. Good morning. Monday. It's Monday. Time to get it. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hit the like button. Go ahead, hit the like button so I know you're in the chat room. Hit the like button. It keeps the video in the algorithm. It keeps the video popping out there. Good morning, dear Felicia. Good morning, Hill. Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Lovable. Good morning, ladies. Good to see you guys on this bright, early Monday morning. What is it, like 74 degrees right now? I'm just I wish we could keep the summer. I don't want the winter, but I know it's got to get ready to come. Fall is coming, but I just had to tap in just for a minute, you guys. So just hearing a lot of stuff, out there, and it was just something that was just boggling my mind, and I know it's boggling some of you guys too. Good morning, but I'll come on the screen in a minute. Let me get out this area. So I put the Sims cards in, y'all. So let's see how this got done switching over from Sprint to T-Mobile work. I don't know how long I'll be with T-Mobile, but I actually sat down last night, so that's why I did not come on to. I had the YouTube on how to hook up the Wi-Fi extender, the booster, right? Well, by the time I got done with the video and all of that stuff, I was like, I'm about to lay down. That exhausted me. But I got to do a couple of more steps to get the extender to work, to boost my Wi-Fi in the basement room. So the first thing that's up that that I was seeing out there was, and I don't want to have a purpose to talk about it because I wasn't there, but because I like doing the news and reporting things and stuff like everybody else. I think I am going to touch on it, just a little bit. I saw some of the protests for New York, not all of it because I was busy that weekend. So but the replays that I did go back to catch and everything, it's, I don't know, saddened that it's always end up being the same kind of fight, sort of say, as of what everyone is out here supposedly trying to do, and that is to expose, bring out some informative information pertaining the things that were said in the Lifetime docuseries and that it's almost like that same fight. I was sitting at night and I had to ask myself, because I was sitting at the computer debating whether to click on it or just let it roll with the weak Wi-Fi, because yesterday seemed to be okay, it wasn't too bad. And that was just a old premiere, old video that I had done that I just played around with and jumped back over to my other stream because I'm paying for that. Okay, this area, so I got a area, you guys. But to sit back and watch like the same fight, with each other over like, and continue to grow disliking or hatred, if it gets to that level, it's sad, you guys. It's really sad. Doesn't matter if you shit or you get off the pot out here. It's one, it's two, or it's three that is just going to taint really good things, that things that were supposed to be good. Even if there were mishaps, like I say, there is just, you just walk away from it when you are supposedly fighting for the same cause. That's just how I am, and maybe that's just why I'm just not out here to be caught up in anyone's dilemma, or to sacrifice my life for slander, or things like that, because some things are going to happen where a lot of people are just not going to agree with it, but people just stop focusing on the main cause of it. It was an attempt. People attempted to do things that occurs out there in their mind. You're thinking that you're doing it right, but it will take the other person who doesn't give a shit and come out and start a bunch of chaos behind it. And it's just weird. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Okay, I'm getting ready to hit this other area, so just give me a second, please. But after listening to both sides kind of have some things to say about that protest that happened in New York, everybody is for the same cause. I'm thinking, and I'm hoping that it's like that, but it's just always one or two. So I'm clearly getting it, why they start saying the informers, and spies, or hypocrites, or things like that. Saddens me a little bit that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, who is the only one that is of importance out here, and I'm sorry, but that's, to me, there's not a single other soul out here who has been living their lives and you doing what they have to do to maintain is important to me at all. It's Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's it, and that's all. But to hear, oh, the phone didn't even go out in this area. All right, all right. It was sad to hear, it was really sad to hear, and they say, I've heard a lot of people say, well, just let the devilish person just do the talking. The devilish person is going to have his or her cheerleader team behind him or her regardless. The team that is for R.Kelly, it's okay to make the mistakes. It's okay. There's no rules to this. There is no rules to this. And I think that a lot of the Team Kale's supporters, it just refuses to be mindful of mistakes or things like that. And this is not to one particular person. This is like to the whole group of the Team Kale's people. Now, I'm nobody, and I said that probably close to 1,000, if I want to stretch the truth, times, but this is unbelievable. Just unbelievable, unnecessary. Like it is. When if your team kills and there's mishaps and things, it's like just keep it rolling. Okay, but just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. I think a lot of other things that confuses a lot of people out here, from what I'm seeing, is, good morning everybody, is you got to hear a lot of people tell you that they are working behind the scenes. You hear that a lot, right? So now you have to decide as an individual, what do you believe, coming from people that is behind the scenes, and Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is still incarcerated? That's up for you guys to think about that one. Papoose, like I say, is different. I consider myself totally different most of the times. It's not all other times, from how the human population work. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just me. And that's why I probably get called weird all the time, or I'm messy all the time, or she's this or she's that. Grouping and clicking up, it will restrict your free thinking. You have put yourself in a situation where you have to possibly agree to everything that the person has come out to say because you've established this personal liking thing about a person. Papoose come out here and rolled by herself, and her mind is so clear. It's unbelievable. I know what court is. All of you guys know what court is. You know what court is. I clearly understand with everybody coming out and trying to stick together to expose a lot of contradicting of what these females are doing to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I don't understand how that fell off of that page. I don't understand that. But it happens because maybe one person is doing it better than the other person, and this person didn't actually got close to another person, as they say, from the inside, and they're getting their things to say to the public out here, right? And I guess maybe that's good or that's a bad thing, but you don't even know who their secret person may be even behind the scenes. Since a lot of people is working behind the scenes, you don't know, and it's a sad situation. I just don't, I hear it, I just don't absorb it like that. Because if I can't know who you're talking to behind the scenes, I don't know how credible that person may be. You don't know, but the grouping and the clicking and because you like this person the most and this person has the most information and that stuff right there is just causing so much confusion out here. I'm also like this too. If you're working behind the scenes, then I'm like, stay behind the damn scenes. Like, just don't come out. But everybody has to keep their resources tucked also, because it's about getting the information out on your channels and stuff like that, and that's cool and everything. But I just think maybe they should refrain from saying that. We're working behind the scenes and we're doing this and we're doing the more private stuff like that. Is like, just tell the stories. Nobody needs to know that you're working behind the scenes, because if I'm like this, if a person get to tell it too much, I'm gonna start believing that you ain't working behind the scenes. That's just how I am. And it's weird, but that's just how I am. People that is doing things quietly, they will stay quiet, and just come out to say whatever. But that the protest things, there was no way that there should have been any separation or disagreements or any type of arguments when it came to that. No matter what, we got a little separated downtown Chicago, and we knew why, and it didn't really cause no argument or at all out here. We had the Him Too girls and Nisi Mo. Well, they wanted to go up further north of Chicago. But we also had to be mindful that we had a lot of older people with some health issues and stuff, where some of us wanted to just stay where we are and then end up making our way back out to the MCC building. It was okay for them to go because they were going for the same purpose that all of us was out there for. So it was okay. It was like no beef. Everybody was like concerned. Oh, well, why are we splitting up? Why are we splitting up? But the thing of it is, it was a lot of us to split up. Hell, they could have took another 8, 9 people and went all the way over the other way if they had chosen to do so. It was a lot of people to do so. But I don't know. It's just weird that every single last protest has had some disputable situation going on for the same cause. For the same cause. I remember the Just Jazz. They tried to do their protest up there in New York. I believe it was a situation with that, with the Brooke, and then Dana J was supposed to show up, and he never didn't, and so they had they big blowout about the protest. Now, the crazy shit about this is that you can't even come together to for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly right here on the line, right here on the internet, right here. I don't know what makes people think that after several of the protesters that it's going to come together at that point. If there's arguing and beefing against each other on one side for one cause right here on the internet, how the hell are you going to make something work outside of the internet, or vice versa, because you have people that's going to zoom in and look at and talk about the negative part of the thing, because they have already been corrupted to like a certain person. So if they like a certain person and you're out there, you're going to be the target of negativeness. They're going to search for it and bring it back, and that's all they're going to see of anything. It's the grouping and the clicking, because the free thinking has been restricted. So, okay, had to look at that message, but it's crazy. I'm gonna move on because I got to get my day going, and just continue to pray that the Kale's sector and everybody who is praying for his vindication just kind of reunite mindfully, not physically, because I don't think that it's going to happen that way, because people don't like people, and a lot of people have said such hideous things about each other out here. So, and that's something that's very hard to take back, but to be mindful. And here we are with trial starting a couple of days now, being mindful of people wanting to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly in a way that they think may be a good way. I think that it's time to allow it. Just allow it. And you just move on. You just move on. Everything is not going to sit well. I'm wearing the color blue today, and somebody may not like blue and might call me a bitch ass motherfucker for wearing blue. But that's not going to stop me from wearing blue. All these grown people, such grown people. I'm wondering if the damn kids could have done it better. I ain't lying. Hi, Jason. Good morning. Good morning. I'm wondering if the kids out here could have done this a lot better. Now, I got the time to watch a few other videos out here, commentary out here. Yeah. I ain't trying to start no shit with the old Bookham boy over there, right? But I remember Bookham probably doing maybe one, maybe two of a commentary with another person on it. And that person was Don Russell's sister. I'm not sure of him having pretty much of anybody else in a long Q&A pertaining to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. The only thing that I can recall of Bookham doing out here, and that is the linking up or the bashing back and forth, or trying to join the intellectual panel of Drunken Larry to get into that debauchery bullshit that they had over there. It's pretty much it. So I was watching his girl, because that's his girl. And I don't know if how many of you guys saw her commentary, um, Toxic Diamond, on Ashanti McGee's husband's baby mama. If you guys caught that, put a one in the chat if you guys caught Toxic Diamond. So shout out to the person that sent that to me, because I absolutely enjoyed listening to that commentary. I did. It was a very interesting commentary. Listening to Gerald's, which is Ashanti's baby daddy, ex-husband, his other baby mama had some things to say. And she came out to tell everybody off of Toxic Diamond's Q&A a lot about Ashanti McGee. Pretty much the most that I have heard discrediting her on the YouTube streets. She has exposed Ashanti's McGee damn near whole background, all the way back. She exposed where she was also getting caught up in it. She exposed how Ashanti McGee was coming after her, and tried to talk her into getting an abortion. A whole bunch of different scenarios that are there to bring Ashanti McGee about. My title was Prosecutors Knows That a Lot of These Ladies Are Lying, which is one part of a charge to him being incarcerated. One charge. So we know that he has the RICO and all of that other bribery and running an enterprise and stuff. I don't know which charge worries you guys the most out here. I don't know. But I'm at the point where there's only one for me. It's not the bribery. It's the RICO. It's not really the RICO, but it's the enterprise. It's the running the enterprise, and I don't know how much weight that would carry pretty much in the court of a law. These prosecutors knows that they are dealing with a pack of wolves with nothing but lies up underneath their belt. There was a motive. The prosecutors, in my opinion, knows that grouping all of these women together as these Jane Does has they come with a motive behind them. So, and I'm pretty sure that the defense has or will be doing all of their homework, because one thing about the defense and the prosecutors, they're the people that digs up the day from you being born up until the incident happened and the day of the court. They've done their homeworks up in there. I question myself about the mentee, the mentee over there. Bookham says he's the mentee. What I can't understand about this mentee who wants to convince everybody that he is the truth and he's the man and you should be believing me because everybody else is just tampering with the witness by putting out their opinions and things. I can't understand for the sake of me. And I ask myself this quite a bit, you guys, quite a bit. Yeah, Aaliyah's case is not going to go anywhere either. Jason, it's not going to go anywhere. Once the juror listens to Demetrius' story that he has to tell and finds out that he also has a book behind his name based off of the situation that occurred. I think that they may side eye him too, but you also have to be careful of the surprise witnesses coming up in there, because if they're bringing Demetrius up in there to testify, in my opinion, it's a possibility that they also may find that what's his name, the basketball player, and Demetrius sister. And I did a video on that long time ago. You can't take your eyes off of some of the people that are quite quiet out here. Allegedly, Demetrius' sister husband, that basketball player, gave Mr. Kelly the $30,000 to start the studio, to get studio time, or some things like that. And there were some things about that they didn't get paid back, and their monies, and some things went on and so forth for that. So along with Demetrius, it just may be some other people there to bag Demetrius up on what he is saying as far as a testimony, that the defense just may find that it could be irrelevant as well. Uh, there's going to be some people that the defense is going to probably not want to cross-examine. So, but that's just how court works. But back to Bookham, because I got to get up out of here. Back to Bookham. Have not seen him at one point. Good morning, Trevor. At one point, come out and have any type of interviews, Q&As, to the aspect of what hardly anybody else has done out here on the YouTube streets. Have you guys seen it? Because I haven't seen it. And if there is one and you have the video, send it to me. I would like to see his Q&A. And I'm not talking about the Don Russell sister Q&A. No, no, no. See, that one was done because he has his underwear in a bunch about Don Russell. So he had to go and get her to come out to say some things about Don Russell. However, doing that interview with Don Russell's sister, it still did not discredit Don Russell for helping Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. The only thing he did with Don Russell's sister was trying to discredit him as a brother to his sister. That was it. That was all. Totally fucking irrelevant in the case of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly versus the United States. Irrelevant. So don't feed me that bullshit there. He has not yet once got any of these people that is going against Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly on this stand. He has not put any energy into finding none of their people that they do know. Because if you do that, then you're working with some shit. So, like I say, I was watching Toxic Diamond. You guys can go catch that video if you have not seen it. And that video pertains Gerald, who is Ashanti's ex-husband, baby mama. He has another baby mama. She's going to tell you where they are. She's going to tell you Ashanti lives not too far from the Savages right now. She really has some informative information. Now, Ashanti's is the person to me that triggered this shit with these girls, with the Savages, and start calling out that they were in a cult. She told everybody. She made the phone call. Something wasn't right. But go and listen to the Toxic Diamond video today. I urge you guys. She's going to tell you that Ashanti McGee was already in love and infatuated by Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and she made it her agenda for years to get in contact with him and to get herself there. She's going to tell you that Ashanti McGee never had a job. Do you know that I believe that that's going to be cross-examined with all of these ladies who has conjured up this agenda after Mr. Roberts arrested Kelly. Do you have a job? Do you have a job? Do you have a job? Well, where did you work? It's going to be a big topic to me, in my opinion, knowing that you're sitting here coming after a legend of R&B, who is known to be possibly one of the richest R&B singers in the United States of America. Surprise witnesses. This boy, Bookham, has yet failed to do any Q&As. How do he expect for people to believe anything that he is choosing to say, and wanting people to ride or die, with him as a dream team? Like I say, when I've seen him done absolutely fucking nothing. The work that Toxic Diamond is doing, which to me, in my opinion, absolutely 100% will help discredit Ashanti McGee. Now, this is Toxic Diamond, who I guess has no affiliation to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But you have Bookham ass over there who claims all affiliation to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly as a fucking mentee. And he can't even get that type of fucking Q&A with those type of people outside of the people that is trying to prosecute him. You can't even go outside that fucking triangle to do so. How's she getting them? Bookham, and your ass ain't getting shit. Something is wrong with that picture. Her video pertaining, exposing Ashanti McGee was absolutely good. It was good. So now you jump back and you think about these prosecutors, right? Who wants to bring forth all of these ladies off of the Lifetime docuseries movie. And of course, the Lifetime, by being a big network, got to reach to millions probably of people out here to paint their picture of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly being this hideous man. And what's her name? Gayle King, after the docuseries dropped, asked Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, all of these women are lying on you? And Mr. Kelly responded, all of them. Very humbly, he did. But Gayle King didn't want to hear that, because she's one as well who became a non-free thinker, because she got painted the picture just like everybody else out here of the Lifetime movie and rode with it because it was so many of them. To turn this story around, you're going to need Dr. Oz, what's his, Gayle King, whole bunch of them, right? Because they're seeing this shit about the discrediting of these women, their backgrounds. Your background is your resume. So all of their backgrounds are pretty much out here. But not a single one of these main networks, newscasters, refuse now to come back out here to clean it up. It's Dr. Phil, yes, Dr. Phil. It's up now to his defense team to clean it all up in the courtroom. After all of the dirt has been done, it's up to them to fix this problem. There are going to be some objections in the courtroom coming from the prosecution team as well, because they don't want certain things to be exposed out there. And the backgrounds is possibly one of them. Yeah, because the defense has a funny way of defending as well, just like the prosecutors. You don't know what's coming. And it's going to be a whole lot of I object in this goddamn courtroom because they want it kept hidden. But I just wanted to say that, especially to Bookham, so that he can understand, which he already understands it, but he doesn't give a fuck, why you can't get the team that you expected to have behind your motive or your agenda. Only you know it. Nobody else do. Only you knows your motive and your agenda. But if you really want it, or like you say, to help your dude, you will die before so and so or whatever it was you say. And one thing I'm going to say about Pap, I love the world and I have a whole lot of people in life that I love. But Pap ain't giving her life up for a motherfucker at all. None. I love life just as well as everybody else. But if I got to take my life to prove to you how much I love you, shit, you got another thing coming. Just that statement alone, when that nigga said that shit, I knew he was fucked up and a fucking liar as well. Who the fuck? You got to be willing to commit fucking suicide. You has to be suicidal to want to give your life for somebody else. If it ain't my children, those are the only people that I would give my life for. Hell, I'm not even a damn organ donor, to tell you the truth. I hate that I'm not, because I know once we're gone, you ain't going to need them anyway. So maybe one day I might change that up on my driver's license and go on to check the box. One day. I'm thinking about it, okay? So don't charge that one to my heart. Charge it to the game right now. I ain't quite thought about that. Motherfuckers gonna have to get their act together out here. I could be giving one of my damn organs up to a goddamn no nothing ass nigga. I ain't shit. I got to know who gonna be getting it. I got to know who go, cause I got good shit in my body. I ain't trying to pass it down to no dude. I want to know. I want to know 2 days before I die. It's going to be in my will. I must know my receiver for my organs. My shit is precious. And God brought me here with him. And ashes to ashes and dust to dust and dirt to dirt, I shall return, goddammit. He going to get them back. He gave them to me. He did. Not none of these goddamn people on this goddamn earth. He let me borrow it. I'm gonna give it back to him in good health deed. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Here you go, Jesus. Thank you. But this nigga over here, talking about he'll die for so and so. Nigga, you got to be straight suicidal to do some shit like that. Who does some shit like that? I don't think that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly would want anybody out here dying for the sake of him. That's not a human, logical way of thinking. That's some crazy ass shit. That's some manipulating ass shit that they try to use so that you can have all this sympathetical and empathetical ass fucking feelings about a person so you can join the fucking dream team. Go die then. Die, nigga. Don't use Kelly to die about it. Just go die. I don't understand that. But anyways, he has refused to do so. Not one. And I ain't seen no ones in the chat room of you guys ever seeing him doing an actual Q&A like most of these people have done out here to bring out exposure on a lot of people. The reason why he tells you that he doesn't do it, and because I guess the COVID team or cousin Levi, put that word out there, you're tampering a witness. No, you're just Q&Aing a goddamn person. That's just how they do. They have a funny way of putting the words out here to do their scare tactics and all of that goddamn shit. You just Q&A. Ain't no tampering a damn witness. Tampering the witness. You're going over to the house. You're calling them personally. You're sending letters and shit to their mailbox personally. You're calling their moms and your cousins and shit like that or whatever could possibly be in the lineup of tampering a witness. But just to do a Q&A, it's not. And they did not want a lot of people out here, including Bookham, since he did not do not one of them, except for the Don Russell sister, where you just brought her out to bash on her brother and had no relevancy pertaining to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case at all. None. You did that shit just to get back because you don't like Don Russell's style. That's why. And you don't like it because Don Russell was trying to send that got their Jasmine home, and you didn't want to miss your opportunity from jugging that girl 16 motherfucking times. Now, as far as the witness, and since I touched on that, you would be a witness of non-factor as well, because that's what they gonna do. The prosecutors, if you go in there and you eat that and you try to sit your ass in there for the defense of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, them prosecutors, if they done found out that information, nigga, they gonna bring that shit up in that court of law. So you may want to refrain and keep taking your ass over there to the Metro Petro and keep fucking working. But back to the girls. It's ironic that these girls, none of them, and the defense is going to bring that out. None of these women had, not none of them, maybe one or two, because I think that, what's her name? Holly. I think Holly may have been working, but Holly's story is pretty much similar to all of the other ones. Whereas, how did you get here? And she said it in her own words. Her mother as well brought her to the concert. So all similar goddamn stories, right? All of the stories got something related to how they got there in the presence of Mr. Kelly, except for even hell, Geronda Pace. Geronda Pace's mother knew that she had this goddamn, in my opinion, fake ass goddamn ID, which is another story out there. You guys have to go and listen to that one about her used to be best friend. You know, the one that got invited to the party out there with Bubba. Listen to her shit. Now, who better hope that the defense don't get hold to her and bring her to the stand as a witness as well on behalf of for Geronda to hit Geronda Pace back. Who? That best motherfucking friend, because she told the fucking truth, and I believe her. You could tell that girl is telling the goddamn truth. You can tell she is, right? And how she tells her story about Geronda Pace and that goddamn fake ass ID, because she said she fooled her too. She told her she was 18. Come to find out, she 21 and fucking with somebody that's 14 years old, going out to the parties and shit like that, and probably trying to get her involved in what Geronda Pace was involved in. As far as Bookham, because I got to wrap this up, I don't believe a motherfucking thing that nigga says, because you ain't done shit up to par but kept up riff-raff back and forth, going to the police, you going to jail, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna do this, putting Burger King and McDonald's and Taco Bell and a whole bunch of motherfucking sugar juice drinks in the back of Sylvia motherfucking car. You came on here and you made it as well all about you. Didn't matter if you were getting attacked by any motherfucking body. If you were standing for R.Kelly, if you're rolling for R.Kelly, you're able to stand tall and ignore all that shit and still keep rocking that shit for R.Kelly, but you couldn't do it. You fell off because you had to make something about you. And when shit out here has become about the people themselves, I don't believe none of you motherfuckers. Period. Point blank. None of them. Because it ain't about these motherfuckers. Nobody gives a fuck about, well, I don't. Whether if they had a job, kept a job, gave the job away. I didn't give a fuck about who had a car. The car was missing. Who sold the car. I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. That was their personal goddamn situation that these people got themselves into. All of these shenanigans shit that went down distracted every goddamn thing about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly when everybody was supposed to just been here supporting Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But you couldn't do that because people started bringing out the little personal ass shit. And that's what the fuck that happened out here. Nobody care about that shit. Didn't nobody even have to know all about the court appearances or none of that shit. And that's just me. That's just me. Good morning, Tanea. That's just me. But not once. When you're gonna dig up Q&A, you're not. Because if you do so, that goddamn Angelo gonna probably come fuck you up about that shit. You know, it's just that. He's got to sit neutral now. He may not be Team Angelo and them no more. He may not be. But I think he caught up where he don't know how to and what to and when to do what he's supposed to be doing now. He all caught up. He done said some shit. He done did some shit. And he can't change that shit. He's just got to roll with the shit that he's doing. Period. To a lot of supporters over here, to us, it don't look like he doing shit. Or to me. I'm going to stop using you guys. I'm talking about to me. He ain't doing shit. He may damn well be. But right now, he may damn well got to keep up the charades that he had been doing as far as when Drunken Larry and them and Angelo and all of them got involved, and him knowing Angelo, and 1 minute y'all was cousin and the bros, and the same shit with Gerald Griggs when he stood out there and on his thing down in the courtroom with the same scenario that he tried to put out about DJ, about filming in the courthouse and all that stuff. Well, it may not have been the exact courtroom settings, but it was in the fucking court building, and you standing there filming Gerald Griggs. We go way back. But yet then, you still have not done a Q&A exposing Gerald Griggs on the bullshit that he done said that's out all over the fucking YouTube. You don't want to touch that shit. Oh, it's tampering a witness. Get the fuck out of here. You sat there and you heard that man say that we had to change the fucking narrative. And you still ain't done shit. Nothing. You more mad at the Cal supporters than you are about yo bro, yo dude, who you said go way back, bro. You know we was short as we go way back. Way back. And when you said that part, it made me think, okay, Gerald Briggs, right? You know, I got his little information sitting in there on my desk and everything. Like, what y'all play baseball together? Did his mama babysit you and you babysitted, your mama babysitted him? How did that shit actually work out? And how in the hell were they able to pull up the Savages now to even get Gerald Griggs as a goddamn attorney, and an attorney sits in his goddamn office knowing that the shit was bullshit, for him to come out here and make that video to say that we had to change up the fucking narrative. Ain't that crazy? Meaning that the age we can't do nothing about, because the age was right by law. He didn't violate anything about the age. You won't even talk about that. You won't even talk about that. An attorney knew that. An attorney knew. Because an attorney, you had to give up the real ages to these girls. And he sat there and did his math. Nah, we can't fuck with R.kelly because these ages say a different thing according to the state laws out here, which means that they was of age. So he didn't want to fight on that part, though, Bookham. Your friend, your buddy, Gerald Griggs, he didn't want to fight on that part. They had to sit and change the narrative up. So after that, you know what you did though, Bookham? You came back with your fucking live right behind that so that you can try to discredit Don Russell, expose Don Russell on that bullshit about him sending a fucking letter to Rogers. That's what the fuck you did right after that motherfucking attorney said what the fuck he had to do, change the fucking narrative. That's what the fuck you did. And then you sitting here reading the paperwork and you went to change the fucking narrative on that shit. Fuck him, you did. You changed the fucking narrative cold in a motherfucker. That's what you said, he sent the letter and exposed her pictures that was already out here on motherfucking Instagram. I seen this shit long time ago. Long time ago they've been out. Everybody out here pretty much has a fucking IG channel. People ain't seen this shit. 2019, shit was already out. Shit was already out. But you told these people that he made these calls and he sent these letters and shit over there to her. And the correct way that you could have said it, that you should have said it, which was exactly what the fuck had happened, because it's on fucking paperwork by Rogers' attorney. It was Rogers' attorney that said that he sent, the paperwork came to him. It's in the paperwork. How the fuck do you leave out words that are in the paperwork to change your fucking narrative? It's just crazy. It's crazy as hell. Read the shit verbatim and allow people to freely think what they want to think. If you want to sit up there and manipulate to change the narrative to what the fuck you want to have had happen. That's crazy. And you say you the mentee, you for R.kelly, you will die for this man, for anything to happen. You did that shit. And you wonder why people is the way they are towards you. It's how the fuck you started out. So what you have done has became your fucked up ass resume. You did. You took Don Russell's resume, and mind you, I read his fucking resume. And then I read yours. You wanted to compare those together. As a United States American citizen out here with a fucking opinion, your resume ain't got shit on that man's fucking resume. And you had the nerve, the audacity to bold print on how you was a drag queen or a dream queen or some shit like that on there. So now I have to go back because that popped in my head because nigga, is you part of the motherfucking Me Too? Is you part of the LGBT? And is this why you so certain that can't a motherfucker do nothing to you? You so certain that you can't get taken down and you can't be touched because when you go in there, what you got, like a motherfucking ID badge or something that says LGBT and you're protected with that shit? That's what I believe that you're protected with. That's just my fucking opinion, and it is what the fuck it is, pretty much. But you did that shit. You have changed up every fucking narrative that it is to have come forth to defend Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly till it don't make no fucking sense out here. But you say you the fucking mentee. The attorney that you know said that shit. We had to change up the narrative. I got a question though. Why the fuck ain't you really did no Q&A with Gerald on your fucking channel? Why not? You a blogger, right? You say you are. You say you the baddest motherfucking blogger out here. Nobody got shit on you because you the baddest motherfucker and can't even get the fucking real Q&As out here on the fucking YouTube for the people. But you want people to rock with you. Well, give them, here's something for you, though, book. Give them something to rock with you on, because you ain't gave a motherfucking thing. And that's just my opinion. That's what I see. I can't speak for other people out here. Can't speak for other people, but I ain't seen you do shit. Kept up a bunch of shits and giggles being Q&A'd by, um, um, what's her name? Forgot her name. Phases. Yeah. You kept up a bunch of shits and giggles over there. So your motive was to already to come out here because that's where it all began at. Your motive was to come out here just to be a whole fucking asshole. Pretty much. There's nothing serious about you. Remember you said that you were the fucking Joker. And that you are. And for you saying that ain't a goddamn thing. I wouldn't even believe you if you said you got your right foot on your right shoe on your right foot right now. I wouldn't even believe that motherfucking shit. Mm-mm. I wouldn't. But how will the defense, how will the defense use their defense skills based on all of the let me change that. How will they bring out the fact that all of these ladies have had a motive and agenda together? Because I'm convinced that it was together to have absolutely the same fucking stories against one fucking man. How will they defend that? I'll tell you how. It's only if the attorney will allow them to do so, though. This is just my opinion. They're going to have to prove to this juror that these women did not work. They're going to have to try to dig and bring how they were in their past, what they used to do in their past, how they done others like this, if there were others, or, and so on and so forth. I guess you guys get what I'm saying. You guys get pretty much what I'm saying, right? Yeah, they are. But how much will the judge allow that to happen? Because the prosecutors, as we know now, don't want none of that out here. They don't want you to see all 17 mug shots of Ashanti McGee. They don't want you to see that. Do they know it? Hell yeah, they're aware of that shit. They are aware of all of these people bullshit. They are aware now that Haronda Pace ID was a fucking fake. But that ain't what they want. They want to prove that R. Kelly had her over at the fucking house, held in a fucking coat. They want to prove that she was not able to go down the street to get a fucking shoe from a fucking uncle. Will the uncle be there in the courtroom? Will the defense be able to find this uncle to discredit her fucking lies? Like R. Kelly said, what sense did that fucking make when I'm sitting here with fucking millions of fucking dollars and I can buy her all the fucking shoes she wants? But she wants to go up the street to get a fucking pair of fucking shoes? When that text message over there clearly says that on that paperwork with them texting, they have phones. They had fucking phones. How is the prosecutor are going to prove to a fucking jury that they did not have phones, that R. Kelly kept them from phones and he hid them and he had to check them and they were all possibly under his name? And how they're going to do that when you're sitting there with a fucking text messages in your fucking hand? What juror is going to believe that shit? How are the prosecutors gonna get all of this shit through to the juror? Are you crazy? That's why I think I'm so humble and so like just patiently waiting. These people are human just like us. And the only way I can see them pulling this shit off is if somebody done paid this goddamn juror. But they kept the juror sequestered, right? So we can subtract that up out of there, right? Can't put no fault on the juror. No, they jurors just like you and I. Just like you and I. And I have the faith that they will do and listen to all of this evidence, all of this substantial fucking evidence. Substantial. It's substantial. Yeah. I don't know. But I really, I'm just going to pray because I can't tell people what to do and how to do it and nothing like that. I mind mines over here on the One Papoose channel. I mind mines. But I will bring the fucking stories of what the fuck I see. And all I see is people not just being mindful for the sake of R. Kelly. Some things are going to be wrong. Everything, we're not 100% all the way right people. We're going to make the goddamn mistakes. They're going to happen. But if you're rocking for the same purpose, you gotta just let it fly on off in the sunset and just keep it trucking for the same purpose. I find it funny. Everybody wants to roll up, pull up, shoot up, bang up, all of it. Well, who the fuck gonna be left to support R. Kelly if everybody wants to take each other out? I need to make that shit make sense. Who the fuck is gonna be left? Who's gonna be left? He might as well have been out here by himself if everybody wants to take everybody out. It's not about all of these people that you guys are seeing that is blogging, that has these personal stories and these personal fights and their own personal debt from way back then, or if this person done got evicted and this person done got lost their jobs and this or this or that. Hear that shit, keep it fucking moving. It's like you gotta hear it and keep it the fuck moving. Oh, okay. Well, we'll get back to dealing with your situation after Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly come home. But right now, we here for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So you got to pay attention to it. And it's just my opinion. A lot of people that wants to just keep bringing more troubles to the fucking water. More of their personal problems to the fucking water. We ain't drinking your shit right now. That's just me. I ain't drinking nobody's personal motherfucking shit right now for no motherfucking capital gain or capitalism or none of that shit. I didn't come out here for that shit. I ain't on board for that shit, and I never will be on board. I have them. You have them, Felicia. You have them, Galatians. You have them, Beauty. You have them, Prayer, Brooklyn, so on and so forth. Jason, all you people have all of your personal shit that has been going on long ways before this man got picked up down there at that fucking Trump Tower with them handcuffs slapped on him. All of you guys have all these fucking personal issues going on. Let this one be just about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's issue. Let it be about his. Because you obviously have been dealing with yours and yours and yours. I've been dealing with mine long before this man got fucking arrested. Now that he's arrested, everybody's got a fucking personal problem that people need to know about and help deal with out here. Fucking bullshit. Call me white when I'm fucking black. The fuck? Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. Nah, I'm gonna take your shit to church. We'll get back to you later. I'm just hypothetically fucking speaking. I'm just hypothetically. He got Jason, Mr. Kelly has the. There's more. There's more, Jason. There's another one behind the New York. Everybody's just hoping that and praying that Mr. Kelly can be vindicated from this New York one, because it will make the other ones very, 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 very fucking easy to beat. Very. Will he have to go through those? Of course he does, in my opinion. Where are they going? If he wins the New York case, what are they going to do? Just burn off the Minnesota? Well, we can throw that in the trash. Doesn't work that way. If that's where he has these charges at, this is where he's going to have to beat them at. They just kind of rolled in the 2002 trial with some of the older ladies up into his New York trial. They just pushed it all into being a federal fucking case against this man. That's all they did. Will the silver one, the city one still sit there? Will it go away? Very easily. But it's gonna have to be documented and everything in those states as well. It's just gonna make it a lot easier, Jason, for them to go away if he can handle and his defense team gets him that acquittal in New York. Then he's good to go. He still has to address them a little bit, but he's good to go. The women are hoping that he does not, so that they can bring forth the silver suit. They all have a fucking agenda. They want money. They want money, Jason. They want money. They never going back to work. They never worked. They want money. You're still like Toxic Diamond said, and there's facts to that. The same thing with Cass Jones and Demetrius, and the same thing with what's that man name over there? The Dr. Rice. All his fucking books. And that one white man who I played that video for you guys where he was over there with Drunken Larry, and he told Drunken Larry, no, 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 no. What the fuck you doing right now is called capitalism. Whether you're manipulating on capitalism, and I don't know who he's using or who he may not be using. I don't really fucking care. But you got to call a spade a fucking spade. When we sitting here, I don't see Dr. Rice not having a job. What? He's a doctor. What job? Where he go to? I don't see the other fucking catfish on the fucking line going to a fucking office setting, or even in her fucking office, or saying that she got a trial thing coming up, or any court appearances, or nothing. But she claims she's a fucking attorney. The fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I don't see Ashanti. She never had a fucking job. Sharonda Pace. She never had a fucking job. What she worked at? McDonald's or Burger King? It's money. They want money. They want to put themselves in a position where they never have to work. Now, that girl over there had one interesting point to her, to that best friend of Sharonda Pace. Who went out to the party to see Bubba out in the Olympic fields. She had one interesting motherfucking point. And her interesting point about Sharonda Pace, Jason, let me tell you this. What she talked about, how it was something about the insurance. Something about the insurance. I got to go back and listen to that part. Very interesting part. I'm gonna try to edit that part and just put it on a loop on something. You gotta listen to that part. And then she came out and said something about how, she ended up suing Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, I'm wondering if those first payments that she had was actually from this insurance payment or whatever. And somehow she possibly, allegedly, ended up putting R.kelly name on a fucking paper document or whatever, as if he paid her. But according to the best friend, she had allegedly, I believe, gotten some type of money in that dollar amount that she threw out there, which was like that 50,000, or it was something like that. As soon as I log off of here, I'm gonna go back and replay that shit so that I could get it exactly fucking right, to give my opinion on how she might have switched that up and downplayed it as if it actually came somewhere from the Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's camp. So, I'm gonna have to check on that, because it probably didn't. Probably didn't. Something that she was just good at doing. I don't know. Yes, Hildeland. Thank you. So I knew it was somebody in here that saw that shit. Okay. That's exactly what it was, Hildeland. So how do we know that wasn't the payment that she possibly tried to use and did an old switcheroo on the paperwork or something like that? How do we know? We don't know. But you see what I'm saying? So I really, truly hope and pray that the defense is ready, set to go. I get it that they had to switch out attorneys at the last minute, and they probably have to put in damn near 80 hours a week, 90 hours, losing time with their loved ones and things like that to get this case done for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But I really, really pray that they are ready, set to go. You guys has to become a free thinker. You guys have to get out of that frame of thought that I got to like this person, and because if I like this person, I'm going to really believe what this person is saying. Nobody can sit out here and tell me that, oh, well, we're working behind the scenes and you don't even know who the hell people are working with. I got to see people. I got to know people. I got to watch your mouth move and your eyes rotate. That's just how I am. And there's some good people out here, so don't get me wrong on that part. Don't get me wrong on that part. That's just how I am. That's just how I am. Physical. You know, that's like a scientist. They can't put together the medicine that you guys need, all that kinetic energy and things like that. They have to see, touch, feel, hear it. You can't just tell it to me. You can't tell it to me. My mind is to not be manipulated ever, and I never will let anybody do it. Not with the personal behaviors or just none of that. You can't sit here and tell me that you this person. I'm a goddamn attorney. You can't tell me that. Where? When? Just like the Cass Jones. You can't tell me that you a journalist. And I can't find no more motherfucking catalog books out here. I want to read the other fucking books. I don't just want to read something about R. Kelly. What's your other motherfucking titles? Where's your other fucking catalogs at? And if I can see that she's done what's his name? Gresham? What's that Arthur Gresham out here? Or Susie Orman? All them motherfucking books they wrote, those are journalists. You ain't finna write no one-time motherfucking book and tell me that you a motherfucking journalist. Ain't gonna fucking happen. You a storyteller. You were able to write a story and know the credentials on how to go look up and get the shit published. Yeah, that can happen. There's different levels to the game of being a fucking journalist. And that means having at least more than one motherfucking book out here. At least I ain't never heard Demetrius say he was a motherfucking journalist. He just had a fucking story to tell. I don't know. Hey, Demetrius, what Duke at? What his dog Duke? I don't know. You know? I don't know. It is what it is, though. Did they say who with the 14-year-old girl in the sex tape? If you believe it's a 14-year-old girl in the sex tape, and that's what you believe, I don't know about no 14-year-old girl in the sex tape. I don't know their real ages and stuff like that. I have to see real birth certificates and all that shit. I don't know. I ain't never seen, nothing like that. I told you the tape that I have, shit, that tape got some bunch of bullshit on it, and I heard a lot of people out here screaming. One person say it ain't no tapes. One person says it is some tapes. Well, I feel like this when it comes to these tapes, right? Because they put an S on it. Tapes. How come the first one, allegedly, that they say got out here, right? And we know that it got out here due to some extortion because Lisa Van Allen wanted damn near $500,000 to pay this person or this person and this person for this tape. But anyways, this tape was literally, I guess, allegedly sold at a goddamn newsstand or given away, or the tapes just dropped out here. Now, if all these tapes dropped out here and and everybody got hold to them from the first go round, and these are some new tapes that's supposed to be hot and fucking popular. Somebody explain to me how the fuck did only Michael Avenatti get his hand on one, or the man over there with Glory Allred who was cleaning out his fucking attic got his hand on one, or all these other people. And you mean to tell me that now these people, what's her name, Lisa Van Allen, wanted the tape to extort used the tape to extort Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly to pay these people off. And do you know that they could have probably, goddamn it, put the tape, or maybe they was out, and got way more motherfucking money than that? So that tells me wasn't no motherfucking new goddamn tapes or nothing like that, because the tapes would have gotten out and they would have got copied and put out here the same way that fucking first one dropped out here. There ain't no motherfucking tapes. That's just how I feel about it. Then you had the Greenberg sat there and tell you they went to the storages. They did. So what? As Azrael held on to a few of them. She just stashed a few of them if it was some. And after the feds went and raided and cleaned all through his apartment and the storage sheds, just all of a sudden they just found some more goddamn tapes. They went to his apartment. Azrael wanted him there. Somebody explained to me why she just didn't hand no tapes to the fucking feds up in the goddamn apartment. Why she had to go fucking plant some shit if it was some goddamn tapes. The feds was right there. This story could have ended a long fucking time ago when they came to the fucking MCC and arrested him. And she was already plotting this alleged motherfucking agenda against him. She could have had the shit stuffed up in a goddamn cooter somewhere on a goddamn USB adapter and said, it's all on here. I copied it. Why did she not hand them the evidence that she claims that is out there, or Drunken Larry claims that was out there, or before she sent them down there to Drunken Larry to review, because he claims that he saw all the shit too. And so if you wanted him that fucking bad, they wanted him that bad, and this girl was living up in this man's place, explain to me why, Jason, did she not just hand it over to them right there? Then you would have had them. You wouldn't have had to been doing all this motherfucking bullshit. Huh? Explain that one there. Do I think that Lisa was on a sex tape? I do not. I don't think that he had any fucking sex tapes after 2008. I don't think so. After all of that alleging that he had these sex tapes from 2008, I don't think that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was stupid enough to be recording anything else. I really don't think so. I don't. Hello, Renee Love. Hello, honey. But anyways, that's just, that's just how I feel. Jason, about the things I do not. I do not. The same thing, the same scenario that I just gave you about Lisa Van Allen is the same fucking scenario that I have about what's that woman name? Sparkle. The same thing. She said she was in his fucking house. She said she was sitting on the fucking couch and somebody upstairs beating on the fucking door. But she chose to, he had her mind her fucking business because, we was watching the basketball game and all that fucking bullshit. First of all, what you doing in married mother goddamn woman's house to watch a fucking game? Take your ass home to your husband's house. That's first of all. Second of all, she claimed, Jim Derogatis claims that she the one sent the fucking, had to verify the fucking videotape that he had in his fucking possession that he pleads the fucking Fifth Amendment on from the first fucking case. So you tell me though, Jason, why is Sparkle fucking story about these fucking tapes is so fucking identical to the next go round? If she claimed that was the fucking tape or whatever she said, that people didn't believe her, right? And I get it. A lot of people says that R.kelly was able to cover up the story because he had a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of fucking money, whole fucking bunch damn money. But If she had the tape and everything, you know what she could have kept doing? If she really wanted him, she could have kept put the goddamn tapes out. Put the goddamn tapes in the right people fucking hand. She could have got the tapes up there to the fucking president, not over there to the motherfucking goddamn Jim Darrigonis and motherfucking ass who ended up wasting 25 fucking years of his fucking life chasing the man down and writing about him and losing his own fucking wife. The fuck? So you ask Jim Darrigonis, was it worth it? He lost his own fucking wife and shit behind this shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Mm-mm. Motives, agenda, save the black girls. Go save them then. Start by shutting down the strip clubs and all of that shit and putting books in their hands and giving them financial resources to get college degrees to become doctors and attorneys and child care providers and things like that. You want to help them? Go help them. Go help them. But you can't do that. They ain't gonna shut down the WAP. They ain't gonna shut down the clubs that's doing the WAP out here showing you all that WAP. But they'll shut down another man's goddamn income to survive. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fix your government. He can't fix them. It's all demonic. It's all demonic behavior out here. Agenda for money. Anyways, I better get my butt up off of here and go make it do what it do. I said what I said. I pray that everybody can be mindful about the mishaps that people, end up doing, when it comes to the rallies and the protests. I pray that there's, the slander about how people go about doing things can end. I pray that a lot of people take your personal shit and put it in your pocket or take it to church right now. And I know everybody got a testimony. Everybody got a testimony. I get it. I got a whole lot of testimonies too. But it ain't about me right now. It ain't about me right now. Not on here. I could deal with all of my stuff, personally, like I choose to do. I don't need to tell you guys all of my personal stuff so that you guys can start feeling some type of way or have sympathy or empathy for me. I've been living long enough to not do that. You like me and it just for me. Not for my mishaps or my good haps or none of that stuff. Just my personality and just general. In general, we all got a sad story to tell. Shit. Everybody got one of those. Anyways, coming up, well, I guess I'll do that later. I got something that I want to do differently with the channel that is going to help all of us, and it's going to be fun. We're going to do it fun. So, we're going to have over here on the One Pap channel. I need all of the females that is interested. Let's have some fun, you guys. Let's help each other out. So this is what I forgot to get I find my ID. This is what I want to do, okay? And now I'm getting off subject and I'm changing the subject. I want to have fun with everybody out here. So put my email in the chat, you guys, if you know it. I can't put it in there right now. If not, then I will pin my email up. We're going to start having twice a month on Saturdays auctioneering garage sale. So this is how it's going to work. If you have an item in your home, in your garage, wherever it may be, and you want to pass it on, right? We're going to help each other out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun. Interesting, right? And I'm going to be the auctioneer of what we're going to do. But you have to have my email. And you have to send me something that you want to sell at a reasonable price, easy to ship. I will be doing the shipping for you guys so that everybody address could stay safe. Okay? Everything is safe with me. If not, y'all can bring your ass up here and fuck me up if you want to. Don't matter. You can trust me. So my email will be dropped starting Saturday. I'm going to, when you send me the picture of something that you would like to pass on to someone, the item that you post up must be under $100 that you think is, what you want to sell. So it's going to be fun. You want to make it fun. And then we will have the people in the chat to bid on it. Okay? And the person that wins the item, you I going to make sure that it gets shipped to that person securely and safe and sound. You got it? So if it's something that you guys want to do and have fun with, please send me an email. Let me know, hey, you want to play and da 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 da. And I think that we can have an auctionery, garage, YouTube, yeah, sale. It'll be fun. Like you may have a key ring or you may have a small vase or something that you want to sell off, have fun, vice versa. And you as well can get in on the bid to buy. And I think that we can help each other out on the streets out here while we stressfully wait until the trial begins and end. How about that? If that is something that you might want to think about doing, put a one in the chat, you guys. Just let me see. And I'm gonna post some items and stuff up to it. Might be, if you got a pair of shoes and you want to get rid of them for $10, somebody might like them or something like that. But everything will be safe coming through me, your address, everything. And you got to have a Cash App or I guess a PayPal to play so that the person can send you the money for the item, and then we make sure that the item gets shipped to that person. What are you guys thinking? Let me see. Okay, we got 2 on board. That's what's up. Then I can give we'll give a lot of people some time to think about it, but it's just us over here doing something a little bit different and having fun, and maybe we can grow it. And we'll do it like probably twice a month on a Saturday. Yeah, 1 item per weekend, per person. And if your item does not get sold, you bring the item back, the next weekend, and we keep going, because then we'll get new people that may be interested in buying it. So we're going to give it a shot. I'll kick it off, and somebody, 1 or 2 people, send me the picture of something that you don't mind getting rid of, that you can let go. Could be a blouse, could be no underwear, no socks. No underwear. No underwear, no socks, nothing dangerously that you can't send through the mail, no weapons, no none of that stuff. Fun stuff. Fun stuff, you guys, okay? If it's something that somebody needs the instructions to, make sure that that's kind of taped with the item and stuff like that. How about that? So, other than that, y'all go have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'll try to introduce it again. Sometime, maybe I'll pop on tonight or tomorrow or something, but something for us to have some fun with, okay? You, Jason, prayers, everybody, Charlotte, Harlem. I see all of you guys. I see you guys. T. Lynn, Boo, I see you, Brooklyn. I see y'all. I see y'all. But yeah, stay a free thinker out here, you guys. Keep the humbleness. Try to keep the peace and all of that stuff. It's just certain things that you anticipate seeing out here so that things can turn around and be more uplifting and more stronger for R. Kelly. It's like I'm still waiting to see it. I'm still waiting to see it. And it's just hard to see right now because you got the groups and you got the cliques. And I like this person more and I like that person more. So I'm going to repeat what this person says, or I'm going to ride with the analogy of what this person says. And it's like, oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. That's crazy, right? What you say? You're gonna send something straight eyes to those that needs them. Oh, we all do, Jason. That's a fact. We all do, but like I say, this is all depending on how well his defense team bring their A game. They got to bring their A game, and there's just going to be a lot of cross examination that I believe that this judge is just, there's going to be quite a bit that the judge is just not going to allow the juror to hear in defense for the defense team. It's a lot. But you know how they say that it only takes for one juror, right? For one juror. Do y'all believe that it's only going to take for one of those females to fuck up? Since all their stories was the same, right? What it's only going to take just for one of the females, I believe, to fuck up. Mhm. Mhm. So, I don't know. Will one of those females on that stand stories change, and will it be enough to discredit all of them? Since Gayle King seems to think that all of their stories, she says, all of them are lying. Yeah, but what if it's just one of them just get up there and now the whole goddamn story changes? So, I don't know. They got to get through the herpes case, and they got to get through the extortion case, and they got to get through the RICO charge. I don't know how they going to pull that one off. I don't never recall Mr. Kelly rounding up a group of vice lords or disciples or those type of level of peoples out there with Tommy guns and kilos of drugs and stuff like that. That he ain't got no charges on nothing like that. So I don't know how they gonna prove that one there, because that's definitely a RICO charge. Well, that's gonna be quite difficult to prove. So I don't know where they gonna get that from. What they done did? Paint some drugs? What? He's a drug war? What is he? He was a king of what? I don't know. That one I don't know. The Enterprise is a little bit different because, like you say, you're gonna have quite a few people out there that then have text messages and people that then actually worked for him. What will the security say? What will these people say? I don't know. How do the defense team fight the Enterprise? Well, Sony's an enterprise. They work for somebody to make money. The presidents, they're enterprise. They work for somebody and got people working all up under them. The cabinet, all of them. Senate, your Senate board, all these people have enterprises. They're all enterprises. So, but the next topic that I'm going to talk about after this here, and I get time to sit back down, is that 501c. Are you able to have my question to you guys today? Mods, can you guys help me look that information up? Because I'm going to do some research on that too today. The 501c. Question for today, people. Can you apply for a 501c owning a business? 501c is used when you are trying to establish the LLC up under your belt, meaning you're, somewhat of your own business. But it's also used to help a person be exempt from paying federal taxes. So, since the 501c is thrown out here, people are trying to apply for one, which we know a lot of people on the YouTube streets now has applied for these PPP loans to benefit themselves financially some kind of way, whether if they wanted to open a business or do whatever, right? One would think that people are now trying to apply for a 501c, maybe because it sounds better, 501c. Sounds big, like big business opportunity with a 501c or getting near LLC. But if you are owning a business already and you are alleged to be paying taxes with running your own business, why would people now need a LLC to be exempt from paying federal taxes? Huh? Huh? I'm just asking for a friend. Like I said, I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but I sure enough fuck ain't the dumbest, and I know scamming and scheming when the fuck I see it. But mods, if you guys, you honey sweethearts, I need y'all right now on this one right here. I just need you to help see if you can get me an answer to that question. Can you own your own business where you are paying or supposed to be paying federal taxes? Now apply for a 501c to get under the LLC to become exempt from paying federal taxes. And then I'm going to look into what the actual pay scale is, because one person, oneself, want to also be able to pay themselves from their LLC. And to my understanding, if you are going to do that, depending on the business that you do acquire under your LLC, the average person usually don't make no more than probably about up to $65,000 annually. But they want to be able to receive the $65,000 without paying any federal taxes. Now, we all as United States American citizens usually have a problem with some of the foreigners that gets to come over to your country. And once they apply for citizenship here and they pass that test and they get in, I believe that your foreign next door neighbors already get to have a free ride off of you. They become exempt from federal taxes, I believe, from somewhere around 5 to 7 years. Those are your foreign people, right? While you continue to pay. But now here it is where your government has some shit out here I called a 510C that you can apply for under an LLC name that can allow you to become exempt from paying taxes, which you working people who do pay taxes will continue to pay into that so that they can allow bullshit ass programs like this to come out for other people to enjoy the fucking free ride. The fuck out of here. I love the United States of America. I just don't like they fucking loopholes that they put out here for lazy ass people. I'm just saying, and I'm talking about disabled or nothing, because those people, some are born that way. I'm talking about people that will find a way to scam up on some shit to make their lives as easy as fucking possible. That's just me and how I am. But to God be the glory. It is what it is out here. And that's why I just don't, I don't know, y'all. It's crazy. United States is crazy too. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'm going to go start my day. Talk Talk to y'all later. You say, I think that's what church life's. You talking to a stand up? Yeah. Cricket. Cricket behavior. But the eyes above, they see everything. They see it. It sees everything out here, so it don't matter. Who's to judge? Have a good day, ladies. Bye, Jason. Talk to y'all later. You say, please send the question again, because I can't type on where this one that I'm on, so I'll repeat it. I need the answer to, can a person own a well-established business already paying federal taxes, right? I assume, you would assume, everybody would assume. So you have to pay taxes when you run a business. Is a person like that able to apply for a 501c just to establish exemption from federal taxes through another business? Can you do that? Wouldn't they? Oh, you have a 501c3. Okay. So since you have one, Felicia, do you think, or will, no, I'm saying, will you be able to apply now for another for a 501c, another one under a different LLC, and check where you want to be exempt from federal taxes? That's my question. Will you be able to do that? Because it's like, well, how, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It seems like it's double standards. Like, how will you be able, why would you want to, why are you paying taxes on one of your 501c's, but you're now applying for the other one, but you don't want to pay federal taxes on the other company? So that's my question. Is that something that the government will allow? Because you know what I'm trying to say, Felicia? Like, is that something that they will allow? I don't know. Yes, Harlem. Yes, that's the question. It's like, I don't know. It just seems weird. Why would the government allow you to not do so, or it's a time frame that they will allow the exemption to happen? Maybe say yes, you could do so, and you don't have to pay for 2 to 3 years or something, of like how they do the foreigners. So, but that's just something that I was just interested in with educating myself, because I kept hearing it being thrown out here and not knowing, exactly, like, well, what is it? So I've been reading on it, but that's that one question that I just couldn't. It's like, where's the answer at to this question? Google, can it? Because I mean, when you're applying for something like that, okay, thanks, Felicia. When you're applying for something like that, you want to ask yourself, like, all of these, you got to write all your questions down so that, you don't stumble over anything as well, to get yourself into any trouble, or have people investigating your other business or things. You don't want to open up one box before you then dot your I's and cross your T's. So I was just interested in exactly what the 501c, and like I say, it is a 3 on there. I think it's another one on there too, pertaining to it. But I don't know, I thought it was interesting. It's like, but I get it. They got all the ways out here to help people out, and it's just, is people doing it the right way, or is this another program that is open to allow people to keep scheming up on some things because of the choices that they are choosing to make in their lives? That's all. That's weird though. But it's the 501c3, not a 501c. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it, sweetheart. Got it. But I don't know. So those are the two things that I have coming up. It's just more education, more knowledge, because I know a lot of people out here are hearing it thrown about, and maybe it'll become some importance of another person. Maybe they can use it or see how to start their business and things like that. If you're choosing to start one, whether if you want to sell different type of shoelaces in a store or something, everybody got a dream. You just got to follow through on the dream. And then I would like to start some a little bit more fun over here, and that's the one papoose share your things to give away. Everything under $100 or less, and let's buy off, you know, each other's item out here, and we can help each other. You know, not big financially, but little financially. You may have something that where you may need gas money for the week or something. Somebody, you might be able to sell something for $30, $40. Well, there's your gas money. We can do that, and I want to have fun with it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So I will talk to you later. Thank you, girls. The question has been posted up, so you go back and check the question out. My email is up, so if you want to participate in the auctionery garage YouTube sale over here, make sure you hit my email. Send me your pictures. Send me the starting price. Now, what you put up for your item may not be what you get. So make sure that you are sending me something that you are okay with having fun with. You might put up $40, but you might only get $10 for it. So make sure that it's a fun item, okay? And if it's something that you have to have directions or instructions with, make sure you guys can have the instructions with it. You know, whether if it's an antique sorry game or the antique monopoly game, or you're just done with it, all the pieces is there. We don't have no problems with it or nothing like that. Let's have fun with that, and we're going to do auction, and may the best man, woman win the prize. And Papoose will definitely make sure that everybody's address is secure and safe, because they have to come through me. They have to come through me. So I will talk to you guys soon. You say you live in a box and you need some windows. I'm going to see if I can post you up a box window. I'm going to draw you a window on a cardboard box with some curtains. Bye, Beauty Charlotte. Bye, Mods, Harlem, Galatians. You guys have a beautiful day. Where is I said Harlem? Yep, Charlotte is there. Beauty is there. Beauty. I see all you guys. I see you guys. Thank you guys for showing up and supporting the channel over here all the time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So much. I do. I do. Them darn ride and dies. They be right here. Y'all go do y'all day. Every day, Gemini. I see you down there waving with the brown hands. Let me know that you brown. I'm brown. I'm right here. I'm brown. I'm a brown lady. She had to let me know she's a brown lady. That's funny. All right, you guys. Have a good day. I see you laughing, girl. Bye.